Hi everyone, Tsubaki here with another video. I wanted to go over the different resources that are out there for you to find information about your pregnancy, things that you may have to consider when having a baby, and just little tips besides my video on things that you can look into and may want to look into. Throughout my pregnancy, I actually used an app called My Pregnancy Today through Baby Center and also babycenter.com. You get updates every single day of things that you should think about, things that may come in handy throughout your pregnancy, what you may be going through, and also your baby's progress throughout the pregnancy. They are very informative and they give you so much information. Also, after your baby is born, they also have an app called My Baby Today, which is the same concept, a day-by-day update on what your baby may be going through at that time, what developmental progress your baby has made since birth, and things that you may want to look into, gas relief, a lot of information on SIDS and breastfeeding and formula feeding and the different effects on your child, and it's very informative without having to go to someone about these things, because going to someone may lead into a whole bunch of information that you really don't want to know or that you really don't need. There are plenty of books out there. Of course, the most popular is What to Expect When You're Expecting. I found the book very informative. My thing is, I couldn't really get into it because of the fact that I didn't have the physical book. Instead, I downloaded the app, which for me, with a book like that, you would need something to actually flip back to reference the things that you read already. That's a little difficult when you have the app and you're not really sure where you're supposed to be going back to. I'm not very app savvy when it comes to books and things like that, so it didn't really work for me. Now, I do have What to Expect in the First Year, which I haven't really gotten into yet, but I have the physical book, so it should be easier for me. Also, there are hundreds of videos on YouTube. Now, I would honestly say if you're a little queasy, don't go searching a little too far, because I went there and I searched a whole bunch of things as far as epidurals and childbirth and everything that I really didn't think they would go into, too much physical detail and visual detail on YouTube, but I was wrong. So if you're a little queasy in the stomach, I wouldn't suggest it. You also have a bunch of different channels. TLC has, My Baby Story, One Born Every Minute. That may be Lifetime, I don't know. But on TV, there are a bunch of shows that go through childbirth. Me personally, I wanted water birth, but it's not really something that's given in New York and was accessible to me. So maybe for the next one, years and years down the line, then that might be an option. But right now it wasn't, and I have no complaints about my childbirth experience. I had a very wonderful doctor and wonderful nurse staff and a wonderful hospital that was very, very detailed with everything before they sent me home. Also, like I said in a previous video, you have to plan. Think about the things that you want to consider. Think about the things that you want to know when it comes to your baby and how you want your child care to go as far as your nursing and doctoral staff. Now, once again, plans are nice. It's a good idea to have a plan, but don't think that just because you made a plan, that's just going to be how it is. There's so many things that can happen. You never know how things are going to play out. You never know what may come about that would change your plans, because regardless of anything, regardless of whatever you may be comfortable with and what you want to do, the main thing that your doctors and your nurses are worried about are you and your baby. Whatever's best for you and your baby's health, that's what they're going to go with. So if anything gets thrown at them at the last minute, That's what they're going to go with. The best thing for you and your baby. Don't There's honestly no such thing as being prepared. I apologize if you see me looking down. I'm actually looking at my notepad so I know what I want to talk about. There's no such thing as being prepared. You may think that you're prepared. You may think that you have everything that you absolutely need. You may, or you may not. You never know, because you don't know how your baby is going to be. You don't know what the situation is going to be. You don't know how your life is honestly going to change when your baby comes about. You won't know until they're there and they're in your face and you're looking at them lovingly and they spit up all over you or they poop all over you. You never know. So just try to be prepared as much, but there's no such thing as being fully prepared. The main question that you will get throughout your pregnancy is, are you ready? And honestly, our answer up until the day and even after our daughter was born was no. We are not ready. We have no idea what we're doing. We have no idea what's going to happen, because everything is usually really, really peaceful while you're in the hospital. You have the help and everyone tells you take advantage of the help. I personally didn't really take advantage of the help. I told the nurses I want her there. They took her twice a day for 2 hours, which is messed up, because you would think that 2 hours was for you to get rest. But during that 2 hours, while they're checking up on her and checking their vitals and everything, they're checking you. So there's no such thing as sleeping while they have them. Now, I didn't tell them to take her. My husband kept insisting, maybe, you should let them take her, so that you can get rest and everything. But honestly, I didn't want to take the risk of letting them take her and getting cushy with the fact that, okay, well, they're taking her. I have time to sleep. I have time to rest, because I knew once I got home, that wasn't going to be there anymore. So if I'm not going to have that help when I get home, I don't want to get used to it and then be completely caught off guard when she's there 24/7 and I'm like, I don't know what to do. She's not sleeping or she's crying and everything. But when they're at the hospital and when they're home, two completely different animals. Because at the hospital, they're all cute and quiet and oh, they're so adorable. And then you get them home and all hell breaks loose. That might not be the case for you, but it's a very good chance. It's not as bad as it seems, but depending on what your baby is going through, it can get pretty bad, especially if they develop colic. So, my tip of the week: take advantage of all the resources that you have. Apps, books, people, whatever. Take advantage of whatever you can find and use it to the best of your ability, so that even though you won't be fully prepared, you'll be as prepared as you possibly can be. See you guys next week. Love you. Bye.